What up, y'all? Welcome back to Pics. It didn't happen. I am Fats King. I am joined, as always, by my brother, the Yeti, and we are joined by some friends of ours. We've had these guys on a time before, and it's Jackson and Body Rot, the Michigan Misfits. You want to say what's up, guys?
What up?
Happy birthday, Paul.
Hey, thanks, you guys.
Yes. It is. Every interview we do today, I am going to fucking make everybody say happy birthday to you. Every fucking one of them.
The messed up part is by the time everybody sees these, it's not even going to be my birthday no more. Y'all missed it.
Don't care. Either way. So,
probably it ain't his birthday.
So, what have you guys been up to? It's been a few months since the last time we spoke. How are things going?
Pretty good. We got a bunch of new music done. I put out a solo little project. We're getting ready to start another solo project for him as soon as we get done with camp.
Camp.
We did a new video.
We'll get to that.
I feel like we did a lot.
Yeah, you guys have been fucking busy as hell. That is a lot. That's a lot of work to put in. So the thing I definitely wanted to bring up since the last time we talked is so how was the tits? Because I got to see the Carl's Tavern the Carl's Tavern leg, but what was it? That was like your guys' first major tour, right?
That was our first only tour. That was our first
first only tour. Okay, so I want to hear some road stories. Since this was your first tour, what was it like? You can keep the kayfabe. You don't got to say anybody's names if you don't want to.
I mean, that shit was a fucking blast, man. You know, shout out to Axe and Long Live Evil for fucking bringing us out for that. They definitely didn't have to do that. The shit was crazy. Driving through Chicago was a fucking trip.
Yeah, I did that once.
Fucking awesome with the fucking wings.
Told you.
Yeah.
Told you those were the best wings on the fucking planet.
Actually, I found some sauce up here that tastes just like the fucking sauce they had in Carl's Tavern. I've been eating a bunch of shit with it.
Goes on everything now.
Shit, it was a fucking blast, man. Our last show was probably like the most craziest one out of the whole run while we was out in Sauget, Illinois at Pops. That place was fucking, it was a part of the Rich show. That shit was nuts. The crowd was fucking wild and crazy. I mean, the crowds were fun for every show, but that last one, they went all out for whatever reason. It was a blast.
I mean, it's the last night. You kind of have to fucking go all out.
Yeah.
Like, what else? What else you got left, right?
Right. Yeah. This motherfucker really lost his voice like halfway through. We had to figure that out.
That's always just perfectly timed. Just lose your voice. You know, not like you're using it or anything.
I know, right? The one thing that we need.
So, out of all the venues you guys saw, what do you think was your favorite one across the taking that little loop across the country?
Pops. That place was so big, and they had like so much shit in it. Like, there's a little fucking casino. There's a little mini arcade. They had this fucking thing that wrapped all the way around the top of the building. It was nuts.
Damn, sounds like we need to go out to the next show they got out there. Illinois ain't that fucking far.
That sounds like a fancy venue. All we got around here is like usually just a bar, and they might have a stage in the corner. That's like
dive bar.
This had a fancy stage, and by far, even like venues that I've just gone and seen shows at, this is probably the most exquisite venue I've ever been to see. It was extravagant.
I want to say Fozzie's about to play there, or they already did.
Oh wow!
I would go see Fozzy.
Might want to look into that if you're not too far.
Yeah, it was definitely sweet. I would recommend if you've never been there, go check that spot out.
So, what were some lessons you learned being on tour for your first time? Because I'm sure everybody comes away with some hard lessons. I want to know what you guys kind of endured.
Don't talk.
Don't talk. I mean, I don't know. Everybody was actually, surprisingly really cool with us. Everybody was surprised that we were so professional about everything, and for us being on our first tour and all that. But I mean, we already treat this shit like a job, so if it wouldn't have been other way.
That's a damn good mentality to have, because yeah, fun's fun, but you can't get so fucked up before the show that you can't perform.
Right. Exactly. Or you can't get too fucked up that you can't drive to the next venue afterwards.
Yeah,
that's key. Gotta make it.
You guys also had one of your road dogs with you. You had the homie Jerry out there with you, so you were in good hands. Why are you playing with Deadpool?
I'm trying to fill in the dead space. Don't worry about that.
You was talking, so you popped up on fucking camera.
I didn't even say. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Haha.
Definitely a big shout out to Jerry, man. Jerry fucking came through 110% for us. My man's was killing it behind the wheel. He killed it behind the fucking merch booth. He was on it. I don't even think I would want to bring anybody out to work with us if it's not him.
You know that how important do you think that is to actually have somebody like that to be able to help you with that actually knows what they're doing and can keep things flowing?
Very important.
As opposed to who originally would have went with us, that probably wouldn't have did a portion of the work compared to what he did. Yeah, I mean, there's times like we were chilling in the green room, or if we were at a different stops and we had people that came up to see us and we was chilling with them. Like if anybody went and bought like some merch or something, he came and found us to sign everything. And I mean, he was killing it, man. He did more work than I would have even asked him to.
That's awesome. Those kind of guys are very important, and they don't come around all that often.
Yeah, you got to have your road crew. Twisted has Big Vin, Dustin. You know, everybody has that guy that really runs the shit behind you when you guys are on stage. You know, there's Jim Jobs and there's all these cats. There's these. I just felt like shouting out the unsung heroes for a bit.
Yeah. Shout out to
people.
Jim and fucking Dustin. They also killed it. They was on the whole run, man. Jim fucking killing it with the sound and all that shit. Dustin was fucking murdering the merch table. Like,
yeah, it was a trip to see him there at Little Ass Carl's Tavern. Was not expecting that one.
He's too big to be in that tiny place.
Bro, everybody's too big to be in that motherfucker, but we somehow find a way to rage. I said it in person and I said it on the recap show, but I wanted to tell you in person because I was at that show. It was dope watching you walk across the stage or across their fucking bar and shit. I've only ever seen one other person have the balls to do that. It was nasty.
Yeah? Nice.
Yeah.
Man, when I got up there, like I watched him climb up onto the speakers, and I'm kind of sitting back, like thinking, like, okay, if he can get up on the speaker, then my fat ass can get on the speaker. I got down for a second. I got up there, and like I was checking the balance and shit real quick, and I went and took them first couple steps. I noticed my man's had to put his hands underneath the bar and hold them. I felt that shit, doing one of those numbers, but I'm like, fuck it. I'm already up here. If I fall, I fall. Like, we're just doing this now.
that shit could have been catastrophic or epic, and I'm glad that it was epic. I am so glad that it was epic.
So he don't know where to stand.
Hell no, I just blindly took them steps and it's like, fuck it, we're doing this.
Where the strong walls are.
So you guys perform for a lot of people who had probably never heard you before. Do you feel like you definitely open a lot of eyes to what you are and what you do?
I hope so. Definitely hope so, yeah. I feel like we try our best, to keep everything as universal. I mean, I know that a lot of our music is like angry and aggressive and shit, but we still try to keep it as universal as possible, so that way everybody can at least attempt to enjoy it, I guess.
Well, first and foremost, it looks like you guys are having a good fucking time while you do it. Some people, when they perform, they just have no energy and they just have no way to captivate or keep the crowd moving. And I will tell you, having seen you guys live now, since I missed it at the first camp, you guys definitely know how to control the fucking crowd. That is a skill that some artists don't have.
Listen, star power is real.
You gotta bring that Richard Simmons power in.
I know.
Well, that's a whole different level. That's like some superior level of just controlling the stage. If you're reaching Richard Simmons, he's a legend, and we don't deserve him.
Not everybody can sag a singlet.
Right? One attempted.
How did we let that man become like the face of fitness for years?
Cocaine and Desperate Housewives.
Energy that he
It
had.
was the hair.
It was that hair. It was that hair. Oh shit. So this is I've been kind of like working new questions that I've been trying to figure out how to ask, and I'm wondering. I'm working shopping these, and if it don't work, then I won't ask them again on other interviews. But so what do you guys do to really keep your stage presence, or not your presence, but your performance? Do you guys practice in front of the mirror? I mean, I know that sounds stupid, but like, do you rehearse? Do you do anything to try to tighten up your stage performance? Do you do cardio to, make sure you can make it through the sprint without blowing up?
Sometimes, yeah, we actually do practice a lot. I often tell like local guys, because you get that same, like what you were saying, where people get on stage and it's kind of like deer in the headlights, and they freeze up. They don't know how to fucking control a crowd or bounce around. I tell people all the time, like, no matter how big your ego is, practice. There's one thing that I learned from practicing martial arts, and I do Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and my coach hammers it into our heads like crazy. Repetition. The more you do something, the more it becomes second fucking nature.
Yeah, that muscle memory. It's a snap. You there.
Shit that we added to our Camp Zool set that we haven't fucking played in years. And the first time that I brought it over and let him, keep his head out, it's like muscle memory. All that shit just rolled right off the fucking tongue. I guess it's kind of like getting on a bike, right?
Yeah, straight up.
Probably just fall over now.
Probably break.
But yeah, repetition, man. We're never too big. Look, fucking Tech 9 practices by himself in a big ass warehouse before he goes out on his shows. Like, never be afraid to practice. Never be afraid to think that you're not, or that you're already good enough, because you're not.
Yeah,
don't ever think you can't learn more. Also.
Yeah, if you ain't learning and doing something new every day, then
I take it as a wrestling match. We're there to show off and do our best.
Yeah, I'm not trying to look retarded on stage.
And entertain.
No. You're trying to get over, and it's the term you just used with wrestling. I totally understand it, and I have always likened the idea of being an underground rapper to being a indie wrestler, and it's so cool when I hear other people mention it, because it's such a likewise mindset. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You have to know your character. You have to fucking understand your merch, and you have to know who you're fucking appealing to fan wise.
Oh, exactly. Because as soon as you hit that stage, you're not just regular Joe asshole anymore. You're whatever persona that you put out on that record and you put out onto everybody's social media. You are that character in that moment, and that's what it has to be. And we do treat it like that.
And that's something else you bring up. That's also another thing that I've always mentioned. Social media is so fucking important, and you guys have a very good presence on social media. So I want to give you kudos for that one as well, for being an artist that understands that if you don't have that, you don't have shit.
Right, man. I try. I feel like I'm still not doing enough.
That's like, even if you get signed to a big label, you still got to push your fucking name. You can't depend on that label to push your name.
Well, that's what everybody thinks. You get that deal, and it's literally, I don't got to do nothing anymore but put out music, and it's so not that case, and that's why most motherfuckers fall on their fucking ass.
Yeah, it's a funny story, because the deal is actually kind of like, that's actually the beginning of the whole
all
thing.
The work.
Now you got to start working, and like, you got to make this album, you got to tour, you got to promote, you got to get the merch, because you got a loan basically that you have to pay back against your music that you haven't put out yet. But people don't understand that's what contracts are. Those advances, that's not free money. You owe that back. That is a loan. So the work just begins, my friend. So if you're lazy, maybe start working on that first, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Hell yeah, it's a whole lot of work goes in that, like, and all that shit. It's like you said, it's a loan. You get to get that cosign, you get the eyeballs, and if you don't fucking do nothing with it, you just doing all that shit for fucking nothing.
I mean,
do that shit. Give us a contract. We will fucking run with it and destroy whatever you put us in. Give us the opportunity. Just give it to us.
See, and that's also very refreshing because there's this smell in this scene where, like, if you admit that you'd like to be signed, that means you sold out or you don't have the balls to go out and make it on your own. But here's the thing. Everybody wants to fucking make money. Stop acting like you don't want to make money. Stop acting like making money ain't cool.
I'll sell out so fast. I'd give you that.
Yeah, this is grown up time. You're like, I got bills. I'm like,
let us into the mainstream shit. I tell you that they're gonna regret it real fast.
A lot of money.
Do you think it's funny you mentioned the mainstream? Do you think that if you were push come to shove, somebody tried to box you up and was like, release a club track, could you?
I think so. I think we're versatile enough that
we don't box ourselves. We like to do everything.
Exactly. That's the best way to be, is to remain like a Swiss Army knife. Have like really no style, because you can have all styles.
Yeah, I think we've a lot of years of hard work of trying not to be boxed in. Like, I don't like to be considered a juggalo rapper. I don't like to be considered just a hip hop guy. I don't like to be considered an aggressive rock rapper or whatever the fuck they want to call them. Like, I appreciate the fact that we can do whatever the fuck we want to do, and that's the main thing, is we do what we want to do, not what we think everybody wants us to do.
Yep. Happy artist makes better music.
Always, be true to yourself, and that's what this whole scene is supposed to be about. Being yourself. Mm-hmm. But what was it? Be yourself, but be respectful. Like that was like kind of the key to the whole thing. I think we forgot about a lot of that
kind of shit. Like, like at the end of the day, you can do whatever you want to do, but you just got to remember that you are the one that has to get up, present yourself, and you have to keep saying this shit to everybody. So you don't want to fucking do something that you're going to regret down the road, or you're going to get tired of. Yeah,
you get to do all those things, but you also, every consequence, every bridge, that's all on you.
Oh yeah.
So what are this is another one of those workshop questions. When you guys are rhyming, do you have any? I gotta find out how to say this. When you're writing something, do you have any go-to rhymes that you like to use to build to build the bar? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you'll hear Jamie Madrox and he'll be like, on point like pencils. He uses that very phrase on like 5 different fucking songs.
Oh yeah, right? They're like filler bars for like freestyle rappers. It's something they use like to let their brains sort of reset so they can catch up with what the hell they're thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd say there's always like a couple little things that, even though they might come off as kind of the same, but you're always tweaking them just slightly to fit them in with where you are. It's like you said, like filler shit. But I mean, for the most part, I just write and just let whatever the beat is telling me and just put it out there. Like, sometimes it's some sad, depressing shit, and you can't do those little go-to lines. You got to actually think of some heartfelt shit, or you could get like the fun, bouncy shit that where you could just spart out bars after bars and just have fun with it.
Yeah. I think a lot of it's when you're rapping and stuff and like talking in general, when you pick up these phrases and you might not even know you use it until your friend says, "You say that a lot, man." And then you're like, "Oh, I do."
Recently, I think it was Horror Corridor or something like that, but my man's actually brought that up. He's like, I've caught this, there's this phrase that you guys said like more than a few times, something about our friends are dead and they hate us or some shit. He was like, I heard like a few different variations of it. It's like, it might happen.
Well, it definitely does. There you go.
Yeah. So with you guys, with us moving forward with Camp Zool being literally less than 2 fucking weeks away.
Yes. Very close.
What can you? I know you can't break too much on the kayfabe, but what do you got planned for us?
A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Are you gonna bust out? Are you gonna bust out the Fiend entrance? Just the red lights and that fucking siren?
I mean, we might see a couple appearances show up. We're Friday. Hopefully, we're trying to get a little photo op going before everything kicks off. So might see a little bit of something then, and then.
That's a damn good idea. Are you guys gonna do the trail at all?
Probably not.
Maybe. I might eat some mushrooms and go, as long as they don't touch me.
That was actually my plan. I was going to eat an obscene amount of acid and then walk the trails.
I know.
I don't like dark spots.
We don't have nothing going on for Saturday, like in particular or anything. So we're probably gonna take some. At least I'm gonna eat some mushrooms and kick it with everybody Saturday.
Fuck yeah! It sounds like Saturday is the night that everybody's gonna do the most hallucinogens, and I am fucking for that. Saturday night is hallucinogen night.
I'm gonna say we got a play set or Friday night, and then we got a little something special I can't talk about for Sunday. But Saturday's definitely the day to trip balls.
All right. Well, this segment is going to be all kinds of fun to try to edit. But guys, also I do want to point out that this is only Camp Zool 2. Some of you guys did make the first one, but either way, all the traditions and all the things that are going to set the tone for the future are being made and happening now. So if you got something cool that you want to do and you want to check out these guys' sweet photo op and get some pictures taken, and you want, maybe that could trigger other bands to doing the same, and maybe somebody's bringing some barbecue and we're gonna have a good time. That's my point. Traditions are being made. So if you got something fresh, bring it, because now's the time.
Well, yeah, because last year was the test run, and
fuck. We suffered is what we did.
We learned November camping is a bad damn idea in the Midwest.
It wasn't so bad if it wasn't fucking raining all weekend.
Oh God, so much rain, cold ass rain.
Are you guys camping this year?
I mean,
he shakes his head. Fuck no.
We got a hotel. We got so much shit though. We got to store up in the hotel room. So
I got a hotel for fucking Saturday night, but I am camping Thursday, Friday, and Sunday.
Right. I mean, if we didn't have a fucking car full of shit and stuff like that, I would definitely camp. Maybe. I don't know. I'm too old to be on the ground. He said no. He'd still be in the hotel room.
I'm just going to use the excuse. I got so much technology and things that need to be charged. It's not practical at this point.
I got my pen, I got my watch, I got my phone.
I do too. I got all the cameras. We gotta chill in the room. Never mind that my back is broken and I just don't like sleeping on the ground.
Shower.
I mean,
showers are nice.
I have a camping shower. I'm just putting that out there.
Oh, nice. Fancy.
Woo! It is fancy.
I decided early on that there is no excuse to stink, even if you're fat. If you don't lather, you don't matter.
You don't even have to lather. You can just get some baby wipes. They don't have to be fancy and put your ego aside.
No. Hobath, you have smelled three-day-old gathering ass that thought baby wipes were going to be good enough. It is not. You are foul, sir. Wash your ass,
sir. I lived in
at least a little bit of soap and water for that.
I mean, okay. Well, I kind of did that all the time, and a year in the sand. I have no problem with the baby wipe bath. Y'all can be haters all you want.
I mean, maybe it'll work.
We fat guys. We sweat. We sweat more. We got the eye wipes.
That's
I gotta lift the titty and get the titty fat under there.
We got extra cheese.
Oh fuck. So
fair enough.
What do you guys got planned after camp? What anything on the horizon? You said something about a solo album possibly for Body Rot.
Working on my solo album and just working on more albums.
Yeah, we got a couple other artists that we do stuff with up here for our little thing, and we're gonna try and get their stuff done, taken care of, so that way they don't think that we're just stealing all the spotlight and all that shit. Totally neglecting them right now, and totally sorry.
I mean, you got to build the house before you start putting. You got to build the foundation before you put the house up. And I guess that's what you guys are.
Trying to be. We are.
Fucked up the thing I was trying to say while I was saying it.
Set up. Hopefully, we'll have some more shows going on too soon. We got at least one thing that we can't announce yet until the promoters and the people that are doing it announce it. But
bureaucrats.
I know we're probably gonna be bugging Bill and all of them about maybe something else down the road for this year too. Honestly, I don't really want to do too much outside of their camp because their people are nothing but fucking awesome with us.
I mean, I imagine it's hard to work with other other people that may not be as professional on that level. When you start working with professionals, I imagine it's a little hard to go back to the unknown.
I don't want to work with any other punk bitcher out here.
Oh,
Put it lightly.
Very lightly. All right. Well, before we do get out of here, as our time is running down, I know it's a bit still early, but what can you offer those guys that are considering getting started? What is one of the things that your earliest pitfalls that you've ran into that's like, oh, we wish we would have known that?
Invest in yourself smartly.
Yeah, don't just like
Just don't throw your money out there. Like,
yeah, pay attention to what you're doing. Even if you gotta invest small and slowly, nitpick. Get them little things and see what people vibe with. I was actually, it's funny that you asked this question because I was just I got invited to a local show the other night, and they were, I don't look at us as the big superstars, but that these kids apparently see us as. But I'm sitting there on their fucking bus because they got like a bus that they renovated to be like a party bus kind of thing. And, these kids are looking at us like we're some old school mentor kind of guys. And I'm like, look, man, what you're doing is good, but you got to take it slow and pay attention to what you're doing, Like, a couple of them guys, though, like, there was one kid I told him, I was like, you shouldn't be playing here in this crowd. Because it was like typical rap show. And the kid was more alternative style shit. And I'm like, you got to find some shows that would appreciate you a lot more than this. Because you're going to come here and do something like this and not get it. We was all there. We paid our dues and played them little shows. But if
rappers rapping for rappers.
Tell you what kind of shows you should be doing with your style, like you're going to play that stuff. And if you take like merch and shit there, they're not going to buy that. You're going to waste your time, unfortunately. So,
right. Yeah. You have to value put a dollar value on your time. Like, people don't ever consider what their time is worth. And it's actually
that right there is the biggest thing. Like, know your worth. If you know you're good and you got something special, don't just fucking throw it out to everybody like that. Like, I fucked up and did that a lot. I gave a lot of shit out for free, fucking a lot of free advice and shit, and I can't take any of that back.
Yeah. Definitely know your demographic. If you're doing poppy club tracks, maybe don't sign on and do the Zool show. But if you're like these guys, do the Zool show.
So I got one more question, because this is we've been asking this and I like this. If you guys could have a cologne, a fragrance, what would the Michigan Misfits fragrance smell like?
Body odor and THC.
Oh, it smells like a
But you got to get just a little bit of spoiled sweatiness that goes right on top of it.
smells like the car after 2 days of blunts and driving.
Exactly. There you go. You walk into the room and then they know. They're like, ooh, that's that new Misfits fragrance.
Body by rot. Oh shit. You said Regal. I gotta ask, so what do you guys think about the Blackpool Combat Club?
I think it's cool. But did you see Daniel Bryan's about to be out for some minutes?
I don't know what's up with that, because I keep hearing that that's a work, and then I keep hearing that that's not a work. There's back and forths on whether or not that was or wasn't as bad as everyone says it is.
I didn't fully see the video, but
I haven't seen the video at all. All I've just seen is people saying that either he was playing it up or wasn't playing it up. It's, how the internet it is when it comes to this wrestling shit. They're gonna.
I missed a couple of weeks of AEW. I don't think I've watched it since Adam Cole and Hangman had a match. That was the last thing that I watched.
That was Easter. Damn, you have been out of the loop.
Yeah.
Hey, I watched. Was The Rock on the one? Was The Rock on it?
Rock.
No, because you only watched The Rock.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting at. I figured he might have made a return. Every other old wrestler that I know is now showing up on AEW, so why not?
No, that would never happen.
UFC, so I can tell you what's going on with that.
I follow UFC pretty avidly. I haven't watched an actual pay-per-view in a little while, but I follow a lot of the fighting and shit, like highlights and junk, because I'm not spending $60 for 13 seconds. I love it, but that's a lot of fucking money.
I never pay for them pay-per-views, but bootleg all that shit. Steal their stuff. They make too much money.
Steal from corporations. Don't steal from homies.
Always steal from corporations.
Have fun editing that, Paul.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Anyway, I guess we're gonna get out of here. You guys have a great rest of your
already flagged.
Yeah, just try to have a good one. I'm gonna try to make things happen.
We're sorry.
Anyway, make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow, do all that internet stuff. Make sure you check these guys out.
Picture It Didn't Happen on Facebook.
You hit our likes.
We'll likes each other.
Yeah, everybody.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. We cross them likes up.
Yeah. So
just bit that whole gimmick.
Yep, all of it. He'll catch you guys at Camp Zool. We'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.